Hey fellas, Rusty coming at you, and I'm going to start a collection series on my knives. And what we have here are 3 rows of 12 knives in each bag, and I have 3 bags. So we're going to break it down and just look at 1 row of knives. That will be 12 knives per video. So there'll be 3 videos on this bag, and I have 3 total bags like this, full of mostly Rough Riders. Be sure to see the one on the amber. You're going to find the most different patterns probably. Alright guys, but the brown bone is special. Thanks again. Hey fellas, in this collections video, Rusty's going to show off Rough Rider Peachseed, Ram's Horn, Marbles Ram's Horn, and then the Queen and Amber Sawcut. I think we'll start with the Queen. These are certainly a pattern or a series that I found to be well built and very gorgeous. This one's known as the Peanut, and it has a bit of a different type serpentine. It's kind of a serpentine tiny jack, but it gets the name Peanut. Just extremely well built. Love the blades finish on these, and for the money, a fantastic. When these were out, fantastic. You can find these still on eBay, somewhere in the 20s, maybe up to 30s. This one kind of won my Chinese Barlow. So I bought some Barlows, some Rough Riders and so on, and compared them to each other and determined this one was the best value. Just built very well. I think it's very pretty. And that's a nice Barlow with a Sawcut bone, which is also kind of traditional to Barlows. They added these top wedges, kind of a machine look here, but I think you guys can see the action. Very good. Just overall tremendous knife for the money. Now these ones are also, this is the Warncliffe from the Queen Sawcut bone series. And one thing about this one, other than being built, and this is actually what I believe a very close example of an actual Warncliffe. Well, what do you mean by that, Rusty? Well, the guy's name was Lord Warncliffe, and I don't know that he made the Warncliffe knives, but he had, I want to say, the cutlerers to the royalty. Might have been Joseph Rogers. You'll have to go back, look at the video on here. But anyway, one of the very first designs for what they called spring knives was this particular design. I believe it, like I said, that's might be the Joseph Rogers. They were the cutlers for the king, and we are back into, I don't know, at least a couple hundred years ago. The canoe, my canoe is a little paler, doesn't have as much dark, but it's equal on both sides. We see these lined bolsters, and we see 2 springs. But my God, guys, when I was first shooting the video on these, I didn't know how well built they were. Sort of a honey finish there. Oh, it's near smooth across the back here in the half stop. And let's see over here, guys. Woo-wee! Action is tremendous. Fit and finish exceptional. Yeah, yep, these are way undervalued. Way undervalued. They are pretty. Whew. This would be a recommended buy. I have grown to love the Stockman pattern. Reminds me of a 6347, my case. And has a nice half stop, has a gorgeous finished blade, both in sort of the satin and the clip point, and the build. Whew. Tiny stepping there. No blade rub. Just fantastic. Oh baby, not quite there. A little bit of a sunken. You gotta kind of reach for that. Half stop, but a little bit lazy. However, we still have some walk, so it will open up this way. You can see how they step that down or recess the blade to make room. I gotta watch the time. I want these to be about 10 minutes. So the trapper, that's my example. They are a double nail neck trapper. 9 times out of 10 when you see that, you can expect a half stop. It's a solid half stop, again with the blade finish and nice hollow grind. Oh, flush across the back, stepping in there. With this one, you flip it over. Again, good build quality. And okay, and good action, nice and smooth all the way through, and springy. Okay, now we have another trapper, Marbles Ram's Horn. It's translucent. You can see the pins going through. Looks like it might be peeling up a little bit here. I've noticed that on these Chinese knives in a way. This is authentic ram's horn. There's your blade centering. Now I like these blades better. One nail nick and no half stops. I actually like that on my trappers, my full-size trappers. Just one smooth round pull, okay, like so, and beautiful to boot. All right, and the same over here, plenty of action. And we saw the clip point has the frosted etch. Oh, and then we have a sow belly. Oh, got some company, guys. I'm gonna have to go set up someplace else. Oh, I'm gonna just shoot through it. Then lastly, here's the canoe. It's not lastly, but there's a ram's horn on that. Again, translucent, 2 springs, lined bolsters, pinched bolsters. Might have missed that on the last ones. Highly polished. Now the Queen beats this one on action. I think the Queen had half stops, and this one's a 1. All right, and that's how we're looking. So Queen does not have the pinch bolsters, but does have the line bolsters, and these ones are pinched and lined. Okay, very good build quality here. Okay, would you believe I saw one of these knives? This is the Rough Rider in Peachseed jigging. Go for $100 on eBay. Yep, 2 people must have wanted it. And it's one of my favorites. It's the Bolster stripe Peachseed jigging, which actually looks very much like a real Peachseed. Smooth action all the way through. gorgeous bone. And here we have it in a sow belly. Little bit of, you can see the build quality here, or the fit and finish. Still gorgeous. All right, that one didn't have much snap, but it was a smooth pull. That's something I like to pull it all the way through. Typical Rough Rider sow belly blade shapes. I didn't show off my marbles. Had I, we would probably see very, very similar blade shapes. And lastly, the Peachseed canoe with the bolster stripes. And this particular Peachseed, let me know. I think the bone here just isn't as pretty as, for example, that. But these are hard to find. Definitely hard to find. So I'm very happy with that. That's the Rough Rider Marbles Queens collection. Well, I have more, but that's in that bag. Thanks, guys.